Hello, hello. Welcome to B.R and Phil podcast. I'm B.R. I'm joined by
Nathan, hello.
and we are in, or just actually like an hour outside of fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada.
I don't know where we are. We went into a tunnel. We came out here. I'm really confused.
We went down into the tunnels in search of answers.
We had to kill a lot of homeless people.
So
They just wanted to eat.
we just wanted to eat. But we made it through that, and now we are out here at SHOT Show for the week. Well, it's the end of the week technically, but we're filming the intro now.
Yeah.
So,
We're so checked out. Oh my god.
we saw lots of things on and off the floor. Vegas is an interesting place, but
This is Night City.
this is Night City. It's fucking wild out here, gang. But hopefully we'll be getting you guys a good smattering of what you guys want to see and kind of the people's view on SHOT Show, since not all of us lowly peasants can wander around, but we've snuck in. So gonna share with you guys what's going on in the industry, hopefully, and talk to some friends and see some shit. Into the tunnels.
Alright, we are here with Arrius from FLUX Defense and our industry, and yeah, we're writing some new toys. So we've brought you guys on previously to talk about we have manual ScopeSwitch, and then we got something a bit more exciting.
We got the electronic scope jacker 9000 this time.
I missed the motion.
I'm sorry, I know you're used to it, and now you got to switch it up. Now it's just your thumb.
Yeah, the future's electronic.
Yeah. So we're stoked on the system. Like, we fixed some things we necessary didn't like about the manual. There's a trade-off. There's trade-offs to everything. The manual is always going to be about 10 ounces lighter. This has two 18650 batteries in it, as well as a really badass high-precision European motor in it. So it's built to last. It's waterproof, dust-proof. It's good to go. We didn't want to make something that was like this thing is ready for duty.
Two 18650s. What's the battery life?
So we could have powered it. Yes, we could have powered it with a CR123, but we decided, hey, you've got weight back here. Why not make this a battery bank for future applications? So you got 4 USB-C link cables from Unity Tactical. So if you've seen the back of their, it's a gas cap that Mod Light has at Unity, uses the same USB-Cs. I think that's the future of cabling with weaponry. Like, I think that'll replace the crane cable, some of the other proprietary shit.
Yep.
And we'll be using USB-Cs. That's how it's connected to this guy. If you want to turn the rifle over. It's connected to the button. It's recessed and protected right here. You could also be running another button back to the stock. If you're doing stuff from the prone position or you're on the barricade, PRS shit, exactly. You can be charging shit literally off of here. Charge your gun connected to the wall, and you're like charging your gun. You really shouldn't have to take any batteries.
Yeah. And this isn't going to have any kind of like Bluetooth emissions or anything to fly it, right? We like our stuff as dumb as possible.
Yeah.
I don't have to shoot the toy stick.
It's dumb. It's smart. But
Yeah.
yes. Yeah. We didn't want to have any of that junk in there. It's just nothing to give away any kind of position or anything like that. That's not what you want. It's the opposite.
We got a top dog mount. Is that like, is it an option of having the top dog, or is that the standard as a set?
We're not quite sure if it's going to come with or if it's going to be an accessory yet. I can't answer that. We are stoked on the height. We're able to keep it just a little bit higher than the manual ScopeSwitch.
Yeah, that was 193, right?
I think it's like 193.5 or
something. Oh, okay, so really close.
We wanted to keep it really, there. We found that this height is actually great for passive aiming under night vision, like having that height right there, and it's keeping it away from your nods instead of back of your face.
Yep.
Yeah.
I really like passive shooting with my ScopeSwitch.
Yeah.
It's easy. It's very. And then obviously the thing a lot of people were sort of like wary of was all the real estate that the manual takes up. And this,
you can't complain anymore.
Yep, we're done.
We will always still sell the manual version. It is awesome because it is so much lighter and it's just gonna be more bomb-proof because you don't have to have batteries. Right?
It's simple.
But this system does allow you to power your thermal. That's actually the main reason for the battery bank. fucking powering your thermals. If you like look at some footage over at Ukraine, dudes are like packing on fucking batteries onto their stocks and shit to run their thermals, because everyone's using them over there.
Yep.
But a CR123, like, man, you might have a battery life of an hour, hour and a half through that thing, and that's not feasible.
Yeah.
So
Something I really like about this, and I'm sure a lot of people are asking, what happens if the electronics fail?
Yep.
It seems like you can just
you
use
can
this
always,
Yeah.
yeah, be good to go.
Then you said it was a high performance mower. Like how durable is this? Because with the manual, you guys were pouring sand into it and throwing off buildings and stuff.
It's pretty durable.
Yeah.
I mean, we had to make sure it was waterproof, so all this shit is like sealed inside. I wish I could kind of like show you, but it's it was a bitch to design. I'm not gonna lie. It's very difficult. We actually started this at the same time we did the manual.
Yeah.
This just has computers in it, and so it's gonna be gonna take some more time.
Yeah.
But we're stoked. We're stoked to work with Unity on some of the cabling here. They have the best design out there for sure.
Yeah. Is this Unity right here?
No, this is our button.
Yep.
You will be able to power a gas cap, power some other cool shit that was coming out in the future.
That's awesome.
I can't talk about, but basically the idea is to keep weight off of this part of the gun.
Yeah.
And leverage. It's not like a physics thing. You do not want weight up here. So if you can keep the batteries in this area and then just use a light head
Yep.
or something else, like there's some cool shit coming.
Badass.
I love that.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Alright, well that's answered now. We go for Flux.
I thought you were giving me a handshake.
no.
I'll shake your hand. This is the Raider 365. We've been working on this bad boy for about 2 years.
I love that. It's like the size of the Block 34 right here.
Fucking tiny, yeah.
Let me grab it. So,
If you got a Glock 34, whatever, like it really is like
about the same size.
yeah. I mean, this is a SIG Asian, but it's about the same size with the 300. This holster, which is IWB or OWB, Safari Lamp 3 holster, so you can put it on your QL system. That's amazing. It is smaller than the Safari Lamp, so there's kind of not a. They've had holsters for the MP7 and MP5s that are fucking giant and shit like that. We really wanted this to be a shoulderable sidearm. It is something that you can legitimately put on your belt, and it gives you like a little bit more firepower.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
a PDW as your CCW.
Yes.
That's,
And,
that's a hell of a future.
We wanted it to be auto deploy. This time you don't have to press a button. You just pull it out. You're good.
I love that. So,
And it looks cool when you do it.
Like that.
Yeah.
this is Cyberpunk 2077.
So we're stoked on that. If you want to, you can add a button right here to lock it out, and you have to push the button forward. That's if you're using it in like a bag, right, or in the car, and you want to be able to have access and control.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just put it in there. You're good to go. We'll have a suppressor-compatible holster. We're stoked that we have a shroud right here. You can actually C-clamp.
Nice.
Like a lot.
Yeah,
We're doing that.
No.
I love how comfortable it is.
It's very cool. It's
You can't really tell in the video. The form factor on this thing is tiny.
Yeah.
Genuinely, and you can still punch out, use it as a regular,
Yeah.
or bring it in. That's a really
That's a
good,
very
like-
you gun.
Yes. Sorry?
yeah, it's right clamp, but really can't like with that SRO.
I
just a
like
little
how
bit
this
higher.
is neural
Yeah, no
for
roll
this.
for that. Because we did this and we had to make sure guys were gonna blow off their fucking fingers.
Yep.
Yeah.
We went with a longer barrel, which gives us other advantages. Obviously, velocity. So we're running a 6-inch barrel in here, which is awesome.
That's awesome.
Longer than an MP5K, it's pretty badass. So we're stoked. If you're not using the suppressor, you're going to be using a carry size slide, and your if you're not using a slide with a long shroud on it or with a barrel, your suppressor is basically going to be over the top of your gun. It should be around. There's a 4-inch suppressor from Silencer Co. they just came out with, and it's pretty much the K version is flush with the whole package, which is pretty wild.
Yeah.
It's actually smaller than a TP9 without a suppressor. It's actually weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Big things
And it
coming.
still uses the P365 FCU. I love that.
Yeah. It's not a firearm.
Yeah.
It's made out of 70-75 aluminum. It's good to go. It's super built. Made in Utah. Everything we do is in the United States. We don't believe in exporting our shit or importing our shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So what's kind of the timeline on both of these?
This is Q1.
Really?
Yeah.
That is soon.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we're really pushing hard on it. There'll be 2 different versions. The braced version This version right here, actually there's 3 versions, and there's an 1.5 inch longer stock for the dudes who are taller. I'm 6'2", I run that version. A little bit longer length of pull, and it works with the next 300.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we're stoked on this. This guy's about 2 to 3 months out as well.
Very nice. I appreciate your guys' dev time to release.
Thanks.
Yeah, you don't make the public beta testing. Unlike some people.
We don't love that. You know, we're always going to improve, and we love people's feedback, and stuff will always happen. We'll always be continually working on projects, but if we sell a product that's expensive, it's kind of fucked.
Yeah.
Totally. Oh yeah, we appreciate your time, man. I'll shake your hand for real this time.
Yeah, gotta do another podcast soon.
Yes, absolutely.
Did you know he's
We're
like
going.
really into anime? Oh.
I did not know that.
Oh, now you know.
All right, we are back at the Amentu booth with Hayden from Amentu. And the other day we were vandalizing some mags here, and we're back to kind of talk about what Amentu's up to and kind of how the company's growing. So thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah, no, it's great to be here. We love magazine doodles and we love magazines, so it's just a natural fit.
God.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm so sorry.
when you guys
Apologize for nothing.
no, when you guys were like, you can vandalize some mags, I'm like,
It's like,
what?
did you expect me to draw Goatse on any of them?
The Goatse did take me off guard.
No,
but,
me
like,
too.
That was a request.
As someone who was raised by the internet, though, I mean,
Yeah.
we've all been 7 years old and exposed to Goatse, so it was a throwback.
I didn't know what Goatse was until you exposed me to it. So,
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, did I?
I saw some bad shit, but
Apparently, we all haven't been 7 years old and seen Goatse.
Apparently.
I guess
Have you
not.
ever been to lemonparty.org?
oh my gosh. Anyway.
My favorite
Anyway.
political party.
So a few things. I mean, so Amentu provided like 200 magazines to me for the AZ 2A rally back in 2020. So, you know, been a big fan of kind of what the company's been up to and what you guys stand for.
Yeah.
Something I wanted to address right off the bat was we've got a Gen 3 mag now. Are these the same between like these two? Are these both? Oh,
Yeah.
no, they're a little bit different. Are these both like a Gen 3 or what's kind of the story on these?
Yeah, so the clear mag you have there, that's what we call our Mod C, and so it's almost like a Gen 2.5.
Gotcha.
Improved material, but it still follows our old designer, or old body design. What you have in your left hand there, that's our Mod 3 magazine, and so that's kind of the latest and greatest that we have to offer.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something I wanted to hit on because, like, I've heard a few issues with feeding,
Yeah.
and kind of something I wanted to make sure people were aware of was the design jump, and that there has been changes made, and we've seen some improvements kind of all across the board, right?
Oh, absolutely. You know, the Mod 2 magazine, so the previous gen, it's something that we've sold for years, and it's a product line we've had for a long time. But we've heard, you know, various issues with extreme hard use and having feed lips fail, or, you know, feeding issues. While we do have a lifetime warranty, and it's a very generous warranty, we're just happy to replace stuff. We still want to do right by our customers, continue to innovate, and continue to put out genuinely quality products that people can trust. And when it comes to firearms, that means trusting your life to it.
Yeah.
So that's why we made the new Mod 3 mag, improved the material, completely changed the design, all for addressing those issues.
Awesome. Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And, I mean, on top of that, we've got like a Scar heavy mag over here.
Yeah. So
Like, that's awesome to see because FN does not come cheap.
no, they don't, and polymer can come cheaper at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how long have you guys been doing these?
So these mags have been out for a couple months now.
Yeah.
Their collaboration we did with Kinetic Development Group.
Gotcha.
They make a lot of accessories for the SCAR platform. I believe it's this handguard as well as the ACR stock adapter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they do great stuff, and the demand for a polymer affordable SCAR mag has been there.
Yeah.
So we brought it to the market. An interesting thing to note on these, though, is currently they follow the OEM design without an anti-tilt follower. We're going to be coming out with a version with anti-tilt as well.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
yeah.
increased
That's awesome.
reliability. Yeah.
Nice. How, what's kind of the timeline on that?
Don't have a projected release date, but it's in the works.
Gotcha. All right, that's our first gotcha. No. Aside from that, something that's really cool that you guys are getting into is these rifle chassis stocks. So, can you tell us a little bit about what you were telling us the other day about what these are up to?
Yeah, so this is a system we call our Amentu modular chassis, and we really think it's going to change the game when it comes to bolt guns. The easiest way that I've been explaining it is it essentially allows you to take your barreled action and turn it into like a P320 FCU style modular system.
I love that.
Yeah, it's
I think, and I said this at PSA, this is the way the industry is going.
Yeah.
One serialized part you can move.
Yep.
exactly that. Modularity is key these days. I mean, The economy. It's so expensive to exist. Why would you buy many things when you could buy one thing, right?
Absolutely.
No, but to quickly explain how it works, we have a machined mini chassis that a barrel action will mount directly into. It's going to be machined to your barreled action, right? And then we have cam pins in the bottom, right there and right there. And with a 180-degree turn, you can pop the barreled action out of this stock and into any of our other stocks. We have a carbon fiber option, a full metal bench chassis that we're doing in collaboration with American Defense Manufacturing.
Nice.
All of these barreled actions can swap into all these stocks, and there's no loss of zero, there's no loss of bedding.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's the big thing, is one gun can be many now.
Yes.
Yeah,
Change your hunting gun to a PRS gun and back.
Precisely, and you don't even have to think about your zero. You're just there, yeah.
And what are the kind of main actions and systems that these are being built for? Like how many systems can we branch out to with this?
No, it's a great question, and obviously our ideal answer is every system, right? Because even if you have 4 different bolt rifles of 4 different manufacturers, they're all going to go to the same core stocks.
Yeah.
We're going to start out with Remington 700 short action.
Naturally.
Yeah, and it converts it to take our AICS magazines. And then we have long action plans, all sorts of brands. We actually have a full projected list of brands we're planning on working with. You guys can find on our website.
That's amazing.
Too exhaustive for me to list. To be
Yeah,
honest.
no, good.
Yeah.
Well, that'll just be like a list
Yeah.
across the screen.
Now going across the screen, all the names of the companies that we're going to work with.
Sorry, Phil. Well, no, awesome, man. Thank
Yeah.
you for going over that with us. And
Yeah, absolutely.
Really excited to see what you guys are getting up to.
We sure appreciate it, guys. Please come back and draw on all of our things.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes,
I will
we happily. We will
I'll
vandalize.
tickle all of your magazines.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Hell yeah. All right, thank you, man.
And day 4 of SHOT Show, we are here with Lowlight Innovations, and none of our feet work. We are basically non-verbal, non-mobile. We're dying.
I didn't bring any moleskin. I'm in so much pain.
I'm in so much pain. We have here Claude and Giuseppe.
What's up, guys?
Nice to meet you guys.
Oh my god. We're gonna die.
Fucking dead, dude.
Why do people like this?
Why do people like this? Every time I leave SHOT Show, I'm like, dude, I miss SHOT Show. We need to go back. Day 4 of SHOT Show, I'm like, I'm going to kill myself.
Next year, mobility scooters.
Yeah, it's little rascals
All
for
over the
everyone.
place.
Next year, suicide hangers that will support our weight in your booth.
That's a good idea. Holy
Yeah,
We need some real infrastructure so we can nice and
real
quick.
infrastructure.
We're gonna engineer this shit.
Hell yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, what do we got going on, guys?
Well, so this year we had our MH1 housing at our booth. It's a new modular magnesium housing. Got a lot of traction with it, got a lot of great feedback from all of you guys. So we're super thankful everybody came out and checked it out. The entirety of this assembly completely disassembles to make your system completely modular. You can remove the battery portion, put on a AA. You can take off this screw right here in the rear, and you can make this a monocular if you want. There's unlimited possibilities with the system. Rotational shut-off, IPD stops, etc.
I love it. And people have been making camera housings, like DSLR housings out of magnesium for ages, and they're strong as fuck. You just don't see it very often, which is weird. I'm glad you guys are finally doing it.
Well, we appreciate that. Yeah, it's not something that's really been done before in the industry, and the reason why it hasn't been done is strictly because it's a difficult thing to do. So when it comes down to it, it's in our name. We like innovating. We like creating products that the consumer actually wants, and consumers, it benefits them at the end of the day. We want this system to be completely future-proof, so you never need to replace this system. It's one system fits all, and you never have to sell it because you're sacrificing a feature.
I love that. You guys have come so far in the amount of time. Full disclosure, I've known these guys for quite a while, and it's been seeing you guys go from like 2 guys in like a very small workshop to dealing with like having Elvin
Insert
and
massive company here who was talking to you guys.
like realizing your potential and seeing your company expand in real time. And that's part of the reason I love SHOT Show.
I really don't think we actually are here right now. I think it's a fever dream.
Yeah.
'Cause,
It very well
it
could
just
be.
Snapped it, like 4
am I
years of
tripping?
doing this.
Am I
Like,
tripping?
Is there something in the air? Because I'm feeling something.
That's just the Vegas water, dude.
Oh, God.
Oh shit! I drank the hotel water.
Oh no, never
Oh,
drink
you're
those.
fucked.
I drank the hotel water.
Dude, you're gonna die.
Dude, I drank like 4 cups of that shit.
Oh, my God.
No, why would you do that?
I don't know, dude. I was really thirsty last night. There's no mini bar in the hotel for some reason, so I just drank the hotel water.
You're gonna die.
Yeah, it's gonna be the last
It's a
doctor.
nice.
Is it that bad?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Now you know that, dude. Don't. What?
Dude, I drink water in the Czech Republic from the hotel. I think I'll be fine. Hopefully.
How are you alive?
Holy
I don't
fuck.
know.
Why would you do
Maybe I'm
that?
not. Maybe I'm
Soviet
not. Who
pipes.
knows?
Yeah. Jeez, my feet really do fucking hurt.
Dude, have you checked the bottom for blisters?
I'm
I don't wanna
afraid.
look.
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
I got blisters like this on my
Jeez.
my pinkies.
Kind of
They're
hot.
all.
It's kind of hot there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I gotta stop the OnlyFans feet pics for like 2 weeks. I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, maybe someone's into that. Don't kink shame.
Maybe, but I don't want to alienate my regular viewers. You know,
Oh, for sure.
My
Yeah.
cool. You know,
my core audience.
The regulars.
See, then we're gonna start doing some night vision OF stuff.
Oh yes, that is like real niche market shit.
That's actually what we're about to go and shoot in the desert.
yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Just feet clinging, the latest and greatest night vision, like
Hell yeah.
activating lasers with your big toe.
Oh
it's
yeah.
Gonna be, it's gonna be real
You're
nice.
Gonna turn someone on.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
someone.
I'm looking forward to. You mentioned you'll be able to bridge that with a thermal or similar.
So there's some talks of trying to adapt into some thermal stuff, maybe digital. But this ecosystem, we pretty much want to have endless possibilities. Like Claude said, there's so many options you can do with this, and we pretty much want to push the limits of what you can do with these devices. And pretty much, I really lost my train of thought.
Oh, dude, it's
okay.
okay.
I'll pick
Day
up where
4. Day 4.
Day 4.
I'll pick up where he left off. So, the entire goal of this is to, as the market adapts to new technologies, we can adapt them to this modular system so that you know you don't have to just go out and buy a new housing. You can just buy the new accessory, the latest and greatest. If you want, sell the old accessory, right? Recoup some of that money. We want this to be a good investment for the consumer, so it's not like a brand new Mercedes-Benz you buy that loses 50% of its value when you drive it off the lot. It's an adaptable solution. It's modular. It's rugged. And it's ultra lightweight, and it's good for the consumer. Oh my god, of course I'm getting a call during the freaking... And it's loud as fuck, too.
So rude.
Well, if you want, we can. If you want to take that call, we can move over
No,
to
it's
the
okay.
thermal. Okay.
No, we're good.
Fuck them if they can't take a joke.
Wait, what?
Actually,
Dude, everything's going over my head right now,
It's
man.
okay,
I'm way too tired.
Don't worry about it. It's a video. We can
bring
cut
that
things.
into the
Oh,
picture.
cool.
It's gonna be cut to hell.
Cool.
This guy. Hey, you can undo the mount. This is all going in there, all the shenanigans.
Absolutely.
Okay. And then we got this bad Larry. So this is a prototype at thermal clip-on. It's using a dual sensors. This thing is freaking incredible. I believe it's called the Phoenix.
Yep.
Yeah, the Phoenix. This is a prototype. It's 1 of 5, and it is by far the most impressive thermal system I've seen, and I can't wait for the advances with it and the goals they're shooting for the system. There's so many new things that they're presenting, and I can't wait to play around with it. Actually, have you given it a try?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We aimed at some suits earlier.
Oh yeah.
I think they appreciated that.
Just flag everyone.
Yeah. No, that's the name of the game. A shot. Like
I love it.
Nathan, someone was like looking through a pistol sight, and they just aim at his head and
they're,
track
like,
him as
tracking
he's
me,
moving.
yeah.
Like I get looking through a thermal at people a ways away, but he was like 10 meters away, and the guy's like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Let's fucking get him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, you want to see mine?
I think a fun
Not that I'm
shot show
carrying.
prank would just be like set off a shot timer and see how many people draw from the pistol. So they're not supposed to be carrying, but who gives a fuck?
We really should have been doing that.
Yeah.
The one thing I wanted to get into was what's kind of the base pricing for the night vision?
Sure. Yeah, that's a great question. So, another thing we look for at Lola Innovations when we're making a product is price. The price has to be right for the consumer because we get that night vision is expensive. This is the most affordable metal housing. It's going to be $19.99 retail price for the base configuration of the housing. If you want to, you buy accessories. we're gonna try and keep them as affordable as possible for you guys. Again, trying not to gouge the market, trying to make systems affordable so that you guys can configure it however you want. Just a little brief overview on features I may have missed. You have 2 IR illuminators right here in the hinge on the production model. 1 low power, 1 high power. Onboard manual gain via 4-pin direct plug-in. No modification of tubes necessary. You have modular power supply. You have modular mounting interfaces, so you can run dovetail, ball detent, pretty much whatever you want.
You bayonet guys out there?
Yeah, right, if you want to do bayonet. Modular pods for binoculars and modular lenses as well. It extends way past that, but dude, I couldn't possibly tell you about the whole system even like an hour.
That's awesome. What's been your favorite thing about SHOT Show so far, as a business owner and as just a consumer?
Sitting on the floor.
Honestly, well, yes, sitting on the floor is one of them. Honestly, it's just seeing the reaction from people when they see these new products, and they see how far companies come. And you hit on that earlier. We started as 2 guys on a kitchen table 4.5 years ago now, and it's just incredible the growth we've seen. I never thought that it would make it this far.
It's been amazing to see, just from the outside.
I really appreciate that, man. It's unreal. It's unreal, and I want to thank all of our customers that have supported us. I mean, you guys are awesome. I'm sure there's some of you that are going to be watching this, but yeah, that's probably my favorite thing.
And all the friends that have helped us along the way, helped us get us going.
100%.
The real adventures, the friends you make along the way.
Yeah, like this shot was fun. Definitely, like Claude said, with all the interest in it. Honestly, personally, my favorite part, got my tattoo, so I have a permanent memory.
Hey, what'd you end up getting?
Double odd buck.
Hey!
This is a Low Light Innovations podcast.
So, do I have to say, sponsored by, Kellogg or something like that next?
Yes, sponsored by John Harvey Kellogg.
Actually, no, we should. You know what we should close out with, Nathan?
What?
Dad advice.
Dad advice.
Dad advice.
Give us some dad advice.
Give the listeners some dad
All right,
advice.
well, so, I am a 20-year-old, not a dad, but, what do I have? I didn't like my mustache at first, but it really grew on me.
Hey.
Claude, you've got ferrets. You're a dad, technically.
I am a dad.
In a way.
I am a dad to 2 ferrets. My best dad advice: sometimes take the path of least resistance in life.
Lock him in a cage or something?
I'm trying to find my words.
Don't shit in your water tray.
It's day 4.
So bad.
Honestly, path of least resistance. If somebody bothers you, if somebody, talks shit to you, let it go. It's not worth it. Don't engage. If somebody puts you down, just let it go. Do your own thing. At the end of the day, that's what matters.
I like that.
I like that, yeah.
Very, very wholesome ending to SHOT.
I want to hear a dad joke from Nathan.
Hey.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Have to now.
That's the problem. I always have them, but whenever someone asks me, I can't come
Well,
up
that's
with-
what we do to people, so you owe it to the viewers to also be put on the spot.
But it's not a dad joke, it's dad advice.
No, but
2 totally different
you can
things.
also you're being put on the spot. Go.
God damn it. God damn it.
I got another one. You ever hear about the restaurant on the moon?
No, tell me.
Amazing food, but terrible atmosphere.
Hey.
Oh yeah, got him. Yeah.
Got him. He got 2. You got none.
I got none.
Fuck you. All right. Out.
It's day 4.
No. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, so good to have you.
Appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Dude.
We're
Seriously,
crossing
thank you.
hands now.
Yeah, we're crossing beams.
Dollars. I love America. Dude, I'll walk into pawn shops and people don't buy bags at pawn shops, and the people who sell their guns to pawn shops also don't use their guns. No. So they were new.
Brand new.
It's they got I walked in and they had a bunch of mags, $10 to $15, and I asked them, hey, what will it cost if I buy all of these right now? They gave me a total number and mathematically it came down to like $8 each. What about all?
Yeah. That's good deal. Yeah, my first, I was here in the country for like 3 months, and I got I got 19 novellas and a Punisher plug in the bottom. I was like, this has clearly never been shot.
Yeah.
Or at least like not aggressive. Well, yeah.
Thanks for coming on. Thank you for meeting up with us in your very busy shot show. This is the worst copy of the event.
Yeah, that's the best what your government can provide.
Currently, the Eastern Hotel.
Yeah.
Holy shit. We did this thing last year where we tried to gaslight people.
Yeah.
And that all black coffee is the same. Black coffee comes from the same place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got people believing it. They take it back. Can they make them joking about this shit? So it's like dog water.
That's why I drink beer.
That's wise. We gotta go to European guys too. No, so we gotta sit down with Jari, Varusteleka. I've been saying that I was abusing saying that the night of the party. And the mob museum was
Where's the liquor?
Yeah, kind of. There's a process to learn. You first say several times, where's the liquor? Then you sharpen it down, Varusteleka. It has the same kind of tone and rhythm. You just sharpen it down, where's the liquor? Varusteleka. Yeah, that's how we teach people. And my colleague Jari, who is a bit autistic, he kind of has his favorite word to intimidate foreigners. With this, that is the actual word, and straight translation is ice cream cone saleswoman.
I completely lost you there.
Yeah. And we were talking shit in our hotel room, and Paige was hanging out with us, and we kind of did the word to Paige, and she was like, "What the fuck? Can I say fuck in this?" Okay. Yeah. So Paige took her scribble pad and hey, we need to make a patch out of it. And did the initial draft of the ice cream saleswoman, like a pin-up in a banana split boat with the arcade and all the bells and whistles. So we're definitely doing that patch. And it has as a commercial text, like some business would have. It has that, and that's gonna be a cool patch.
That's fucking awesome. I love that you guys aren't dumbing down your brand for the American market. You guys are like, blowing up over here. It's like, we are finished. We will accept our language. This is what we are. I love that.
Yeah.
You've seen the movie Sisu?
Yeah, I saw it.
It's really fucking good. That's all I.
I have to mention this to you.
Yeah, because it's a really good movie. How am I not seen it?
Yeah,
I'll recommend. I've never heard.
It's like all finished by John Wick.
it was the finished version of John Wick.
Hell yeah.
It's really, really good.
When's it from? Like the 90s or 80s?
No, it's really recent.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's very content. And when the guys were visiting us in Finland during the Finnish brutality, we went to that bomb park, and they had the replica Stuka in there, which was in a movie, which was scratched, and that was in the bomb park. And I think admin results and Blue Jean operator took the pictures like, should we buy this? And the car salesman meme like slapping. Yeah. I don't know. It's for some of the people it might be a controversial, but it has certain geometrical thing is that like it's not a big deal. It's a problem. Yeah.
From a movie.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of those people died.
Yeah.
It's a good fucking movie.
Yeah.
Go watch Sisu.
Another good movie, which has the kind of the international kind of distribution, is the latest version of Unknown Soldier.
I haven't heard of that.
Yeah. I think you can find it in Netflix, Hulu, whatever. Unknown Soldier, and that's kind of a base layer of Finnish mentality, because we had the war with the Russians, in Winter War and Continuation War, and one of the main novels on the 50s was written really kind of ugly truth of the war. Like it wasn't only the heroic story; it was pretty grim. So there are several movies made of it, and I think the movie from 50s or 60s, which was made by Edwin Leine, that's pretty legit. And then the latest one, based on that novel, Unknown Soldier, it's pretty epic. And I think we did, we did the fair share of the kind of a Goddard for that from what we have in our collection.
How's business been? What have they been happening over near your border?
Holy shit. 2022 was like, money was just pouring in because we entered the war economy. And Ukraine was going a lot. There was a lot of this private kind of a help project to get the stuff to Ukraine. So we got the fair share of that. But at the same time, the whole supply chain was broken because Western governments pushed support for Ukraine, but they need to replenish their own stuff like ballistic protection, medical gear, you name it. So what happened is that prices went up, availability went down. So despite of that, we made a good money on 2022, but last year was a bit of a struggle because people started to forget the war, and the Ukraine got their supply chain like as it should be, not depending on some random store in Finland. So what happened is that the sales dropped. Of course, the figures were enormous from 2022, so they're not comparable, but we lost for the previous year.
Yeah.
That's not a big deal, but big deal was that because the supply chain is broken and the prices inflated, we tied too much cash on the inventory to at least get something. And the prices were rose like 30%. And when the decline came, we were really thin on cash. So we need to kind of restructure the company a bit and get our costs down and drive the inventory levels down. It was really hard work and not the most pleasant job to do as a CEO. And it was stressful for the team, but the guys did a great job. And now we are back on track. Our profit and loss statement is healthy. We are back on the growth. All the craziness with the supply chain starts to kind of stabilize. So all good now. But last year was like
We've done a lot of that.
Yeah.
From the firearms industry, especially. I think Mike from Agency put a good point. I talked to Mike on some of the local networks about it a little bit too. It's hard. It's hard with everything going on. The scares, basically the boom of 2020 to 2020.
Yeah.
And a lot of people see structured.
Yeah.
But now the quality people have left money. Yeah. And such actually we're going back to the way it should be. So it does seem like it's difficult. You can kind of see it here.
Yeah, it is. And I have spoke with all our partners and suppliers, and everybody has a bit cautious outlook, which is kind of good that people have a realistic expectation. But at the same time, I think that as an industry, we should also believe that if we do right things, there will be demand. And
start a proxy war.
yeah. But kind of I have a positive outlook. This year won't be a success, great, but next year will be probably better if the kind of the interest rates come down, inflation we get somehow stabilized.
With all that going on, it's also kind of like the civilian interest in us, like I said, blown up. I've been serving both, all these crazy things happen over in Ukraine, as well as the kind of boom of the civilian market here and sort of Europe too.
Yeah. At our home market in Finland, because we have a universal service that all the males need to go to the either military service or civil service, and the women can opt in. So our defense system is based on reserve. So when the war started, many of the reservists kind of upgraded their kit, kind of yeah, and now it's kind of brought also a lot of new people into the game that are going to probably upgrade their kit gradually over the years. That's a good thing. In the US market, I think that this prepared civilian mindset or whatever you want to call it, I think that's picking up and it serves as well. I think there's a lot of untapped market for us because I think our gear is, it's not cheap, but it's relatively affordable. Like you get fairly good stuff with a decent price, and we believe that we continue to grow in the US. In the Finnish and let's say European market, I think the war kind of shook people up that maybe I should have something. Like even if you wouldn't be like reserves or tier one operator, whatnot, but like if there is a big power outage, do I have a warm pole? Do I have a camping stove to do? Yeah.
And it's becoming very real for them. I mean, people in the trenches, like a few hundred miles away from where they live, it's no longer like people are becoming more gear conscious of, if I have to live out of my backpack, one issue might not be up
Yeah. And in Finland, like also the defense forces are, it used to be when things were more mellow, it was like, yeah, you need to use the issued kit and all that kind of piece of bullshit. But nowadays it's much more free that if you are in the reserves, you know your job, your specific job in your unit, kind of try to look like even a closely a soldier, but then anything goes. Of course, for conscript, for obvious reasons, you are learning the ropes, so you do what you are told. But once you're reservist, people tend to value the comfort and easiness, so they operate.
It's like just be effective rather than play it.
I remember really back in the day, just during training. This is black vest and I take rails were just becoming a bit of a thing. So I used a scope mount that attached like a light from Walmart or Canadian Tire to my rifle. And then like sergeants are going out, hold on. Do that? What? This is like the late 2000s. I remember that. And then someone eventually came down and went like, you can't do that.
It's funny. I did my service 1997 to 1998. World was totally different.
Totally different.
Like total. And there wasn't that much of the kind of proper good gear available at that time. Even though you would be like your own mom's home basement commando, you couldn't get stuff. Yeah. But what we did already at that time was your own hiking boots, own underwear, really merino wool, and your own rucksack. Because the issued ones were good, but once you have your own preferences, and it was good to go at that time. After you have done the basics and you are in kind of in a unit, but it was totally different. I couldn't imagine that I would go to the exercises with basically everything my own and just issued rifle, issued radios, crypto, and everything. Like thinking back like that time, the world was just so different. Yeah.
I think the concept of fractional soldier existed much then. Not in the same way.
Yeah, I think so.
I think Regular Tactical had a good talk about that.
kind of like off the conveyor belt instead of thinking to yourself and solving.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, when you have things generally issued to you, it's coming from bureaucrats.
Yeah.
I don't know how it is in a lot of the world, but in Canada, it's entirely like all trickled down from many layers of bureaucracy.
Yeah.
That's maybe in Canada, like liberal.
They know best.
Yeah, there's no value in anything.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate what you we do.
Yeah. So last time we had you on the show, you revealed kind of the plans in regards to like a stateside, at least a branch to stateside. How's that looking?
Kind of referring back what we talked about the economical situation. We to postpone on the plans a bit, but it's still very relevant because US and Canada, like the North, I almost said North Africa, North America. It's biggest kind of the market in the military and outdoors gear. So there's a lot to win, and we already have the legal entity here. So in a paper drawer company, but no actions, and now we're investigating the options to first bring a distribution center here, because now we're sending each individual packet from Helsinki to wherever, like Texas, freaking Montana. It's expensive. And so the distribution center would be the first, and then once that stabilizes, we check the options. That do we do the purchasing department here, focusing on sourcing some of the US stuff, or even opening the maybe a retail location somewhere. Probably through partnership, because you need to have local knowledge. But those plans are still relevant. We just postponed because of the money is so expensive. We were a bit of the dire straits with our financials. So I think if everything goes as planned, we should have something operational going on by end of 2025. Yeah. And it's funny, still, even in this show, people came to ask me that how is our store doing in Arizona, which was April Fool prank back in the day when we said that we rented the retail space from some abandoned mall in Arizona.
To say that, there's a company in Idaho near where they did that.
Yeah.
It's a gun store, got black sheep, and then they bought a dying mall. Each of their department in that mall, each little store, there's like a store devoted to things, store devoted to like water related activities, like fishing and boating, like one entire area to guns, and it's amazing. That entire mall.
Oh, and we're back.
Oh, coming? Say the worst opinion you have. What were they doing down there?
what were they doing?
What were they doing with the tunnels? Why did they have tunnels under New York? Sorry. Okay.
No, once again, gang, we have technical issues with every single episode, so happy days. Bear with us, but we are back.
Sorry, the ATF kicked the door in. They had us all in cuffs, and unfortunately, the camera got broken.
Yeah, that's shit happens.
Yeah, we didn't have any dogs, so they just kind of left.
Yeah, they were. Oh, really? The babies are dogs? Okay. not interested. But what were we on about? We were on about the kind of Varusteleka in the US.
You have that pronunciation fucking down, Matt.
It's probably rough. In your ears, you're like, oh.
I have heard each and every variation.
Yeah.
I want to hear like the most Texan man you've ever come across. Varusteleka.
Yeah, everything goes. But even for Finns, like you get the misspelled versions quite often, and my favorite is Varusteleka.
Oh wow!
Which is literal translation is gear fish.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah,
that's like
we're used to it. No problem.
Yeah, that's a Finnish Bass Pro right there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
something I want to ask about was kind of something I've noticed over the years, having been in the US, is the US market's interest in European gear. It's really interesting to me because this country has been in quite a few wars, and there is so much gear and so many different environments that surplus has been made for. And yet there is like such a demand for all of the interesting European solutions that have come about. Like, what do you make of that kind of interest in problem solving from the US market?
I think the grass is greener always on the side of the pond. And for example, myself, I'm a great fan of all the Tiger Stripe.
Yeah.
Oh man, yes.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah, you said it. So I think it ties a lot back to that.
Yeah.
What comes to the military surplus, the European, East European, whatever, it's exotic here. But same way, the US surplus is rare and not rare, but not easily acquirable and kind of interesting back in home.
Yeah.
So that's why we buy US surplus in our inventory.
That's
which is funny that many of the US customers buy the US surplus from us, which is I think fucking retard that. Yeah. But we make money, we get stuff, everybody happy, I don't complain. I think the our products and like in general European products like have a fairly good reputation from the production wise that we weren't that aggressive of getting everything in China and Europe. So many of the kind of good quality gear companies have their manufacturing in Europe. So that's one point. Another one is the design, especially in the clothing. I think there's a slight difference. Like Europe, especially Finnish design is more sleek, simplistic.
Yep.
And US designs have more features. They have a pocket here, pocket there.
Yeah, everything's modular as hell because it's being
So-
issued to a massive amount of people.
So, and also the sizing differs a lot. So, certain people find it, our products like kind of exotic in a cool way.
Yeah.
Finland also has a fairly good reputation among US people. Like, we have always considered to be like allies, and we have an interesting war history, so that plays into our advantage. So I think those are the factors which kind of gives kind of the baseline how you can be successful. For US market, for example, what we sell is mostly all the merino wool.
Yeah.
I think
You guys would know warming layers.
cold weather gear, knives, and then European surplus. That's kind of how it usually plays.
It's interesting. The manufacturing quality is something I've noticed. Like my main ruck at the minute is a Dutch DPM bag from like I guess the early 2000s, and what I kind of learned about that was it was basically just a solid. I think you guys have some of those.
Yeah, we have had
110 liters of the rocket.
Yeah, that one big one. It's a good one.
Yeah, and like what I heard was that was from basically a hiking company.
Yeah.
And so civilian market had already figured out the problem.
Yeah.
And then just make it from this material, and I think it was proliferated across a few. That backpack design was across a few different nations, and like compared to. I don't know if it's like kind of the number of people that get issued this stuff is what like changes the quality level between US gear and smaller European militaries. It seems quality is rather than I'm sure there's still lowest bidder stuff going on, but it seems like very different levels of like how many pennies can we pinch.
Yeah, I think there's those factors in play, and for example, in Finnish military, the durability is the key because we have a conscription system. So the same stuff rotates through the conscripts several years. So it really needs to be durable. Swiss has a bit same mentality, and they are bathing in money. So Swiss gear is like you look at like, god damn it, that is an expensive jacket.
Yeah.
And they have a bit same thing that they have a universal service, so they rotate several times. The quality needs to be in place. I think many of the US gear, like especially if you look like the Marine Corps and some of the Army stuff is pretty legit, especially Marine Corps.
Absolutely.
Those lovely crayon eaters, like if you give them a shit, they just destroy it. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just like Nathan.
Yeah.
You give him an acro and he's like,
But it took 2 months.
I have no idea how.
But I think the in European manufacturing, like it never totally died off. So there's some heritage to do it. It's sad to say, but a lot of the craftsmanship has been lost when both in US and Europe we switched to the kind of far shoring, like freaking China, Vietnam, and their factories are like so good. They have the latest technology, they have the most knowledge, and that's sad.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can roll that back in a smart manner.
Yeah. And you guys do like, kind of, what's the split between surplus and original gear from you guys, kind of percentage wise?
Yeah, our sales mix comes from 3 different components. Company was founded in a surplus, so in the beginning it was 100% surplus. Nowadays, 20 years later, it's like 12% of our turnover.
Nice.
But that's important 12% because people expect to find it. We love it to sell. We love surplus. Like freaking, we have really crazy shit, you know, our collection. So we just love it. So it's like a image creating thingy. Most of our turnover is coming our own products. It's like 60%.
That's cool.
And the rest is supplier brands, something what we don't like to do ourselves or we don't how to do it. Like firearms, accessories, shoes. Like
if you can't be the best,
sleeping system, where there is already great companies we like to work with, and so that's roughly the sales mix.
Nice. That's something that's really interesting about surplus companies is, or at least people that start off as surplus companies, is like using that to start off and then building out. Like, well, we understand this stuff now, and there's stuff that's not out there, and it's kind of something we were talking about to a few surplus people last night at the cry party. Was like, you proliferate that stuff, you get people interested in the gear, and then once you've built up that reputation, you then expand to the actual experienced users looking for like very not boutique solutions, but well thought out end user solutions.
That's a smart way, and that's the route what we have gone through. And the challenge with the surplus market is that you can't plan it ahead. Like you get what you get at certain point of time, so it's a pretty stressful business. So kind of building the continuous growth or like desired growth and profitability, with that it's harder. And of course, like in our case, when kind of we grew over a certain point and saw that people want to do business with us, it was obvious that we need to have a continuous assortment what we control, not the market. So that led to the strategy that we started the own brands, started to invest a lot of time and money to them, and now it kind of bears the fruit.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, Varusteleka has been going on how long?
20 years.
20 years.
Yeah, it was founded in 2003. And everybody who says that, hey, their logo looks like a Tesla's logo, we had the logo first, we're gonna sue Tesla.
It's also not a T.
What is the logo? Like, what's its origin?
It's a hammer from ancient Finnish god.
Oh, cool.
Ukko.
Hell yeah.
It's Ukko was like a Thor, but more savage and like violent freaking.
Very cool.
And name is straight translation is gear hammer or gear sledge, and that ties to the wordplay in a Finnish slang that you can say that you have a hammer full of something, which means that you have a shitload of something. So we have a shitload of hard to explain, but that's kind of the brief history of the logo and wording.
Yeah, it translates. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm listening. It's interesting.
No, that's good.
We're having a conversation. I'm not going to interrupt.
I can't tell if his eyes are open. I've been giving it. I have to get my links in.
You have to get a 1 second. Oh, I need some of this. It's a dog shit coffee.
Redacted.
Redacted. Just 1 second.
I saw your phone light up earlier. I was like,
Yes. Oh no. Have you played the game Alan Wake?
Yeah.
Alan Wake 2?
Not the two. The original when it came out.
Yeah, the second one's really good. It ties in with Finnish mythology.
Yeah.
It's like Ati, the god of water. It's interesting.
Yeah. Hey, some of the guys in
Unrelated to
some guys like who were in development teams. There was at least one guy I went to high school together.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he was like freaking weird kid. He just stayed in the house and kind of coded and
He
like
became a video game developer.
yeah, and like freaking 30 years later he's billionaire. Like
That's awesome. I actually love that series.
Yeah.
So.
definitely growing up, like spending all my time in the woods, and you're like, oh, I can't imagine being behind a computer all day. And now these guys are like billionaires. You're like, shit. I mean, playing with sticks was awesome, but
Yeah. I should have paid more attention.
Yeah.
I should have gotten to coding.
Yeah.
Chase are fucking blessed, guys.
Yeah.
that stuff is all AI now.
Oh,
Like, you know, the whole, I don't know if you heard about this, but in the US, there's like a big thing going around, I think during the pandemic, where it's like, learn to code and you'll be fine. And then like 2 years later, it's like,
you can code in ChatGPT.
yeah.
Like for you?
I do coding with ChatGPT. I don't know shit about coding.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, sorry guys, you just did like a 3-year degree in coding and
Yeah.
done.
I heard a lot of this too. And it's like it's taking over the notes.
eventually.
Yeah.
It's going to, except for gear. They all have their gear. Maybe. Well, the gear will be used to fight the AI because at that point Skynet will have bombed everyone. We're going to have the sewers. Yeah, I've seen Terminator, the documentary.
The documentary.
Yeah. James Cameron documentary.
Yeah.
What's James Cameron? The guy.
One of the famous documentaries is they have the,
He's got the documentary Titanic. He's got Avatar with the blue people.
Yeah.
I See You. That was a good documentary.
So, start on Phil.
Okay.
Jari's just like, what the hell are we going on?
It's just one of my greatest bits.
So, how's shopping for you this year?
Yes.
It's been busy. We have been in the country almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We first went to meet Ian from Forgotten Weapons.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like hanging around.
No, like we've been like within 10 meters of Ian multiple times.
Yeah. I
And
never
just-
want to be rude.
I know. I don't want to be that guy that's like, gun Jesus!
Yeah.
No, he likes it, dude. Yeah.
Okay. I never want to be like, hey, hello, person who
Yeah.
like we've developed this parasocial relationship. I know everything about you.
Yes.
He is super chill guy, and I really like to work with him, and we're good friends. And I think if you can kind of do some practical joke for him, or kind of build a cartoon about him or something, he would highly appreciate it.
Yeah. That would be good. I like it.
We saw his collection, which is magnificent, and then we did some photo shoots and shooting machine guns and the basic stuff what you do in Arizona. And then we went to the Phoenix, hang around there with some of the people and got some business. Came here, and SHOT Show has been like, it's exhausting.
Yeah.
Whole day show floor meetings, then quick shower, food, party, wake up, hangover, getting your bearings, and I had a bit rough start for a show. Like on one day evening, I had 40-degree Celsius fever. And my colleagues were like, "Hey, you are out. You're stay put." And I was a bit worried that do I have something very serious?
Sure.
Yeah. So I made this social experiment that I went to familiarize myself with the United States healthcare system.
Oh no.
And that was fucking interesting.
Yeah. What happened?
Yeah, I contacted my insurance company, travel insurance, and they kind of squared everything. Like you go there, it's all taken care of.
Yeah.
Just show up, show your card, and all that. I went to the kind of the medical care station.
Yeah.
It was the lobby was squeaky.
Can you like? And this isn't just may be me thing. Do you have urgent care centers in Finland?
We have universal health care for all the people,
Okay.
and it's
Does it work?
it works fairly well.
Because I come from Canada, we're universal healthcare. But if you walk in with like a broken leg, they just slide a gun across the
No.
Have you ever considered
It
euthanization?
actually works.
Okay.
It works actually really well. So the kind of waiting room was pretty spooky.
Yeah.
It was like, it's kind of a different than
Oh,
I.
A guy on fire and a guy missing a limb, bleeding on the floor.
It was pretty. And once I went to the counter, the lady was really nice to me, and I explained that I have a fever and sore throat, and here's my insurance, and check it out, find it from the system. But then comes the fun part. In order to process you need to fill this kind of pile of paper.
Oh my god.
And I need to make a reservation on your credit card. And I was like, yeah, you have insurance. But it's like, it will be kind of refunded. So it was $230 like upfront. I was like, cool, no problem. And I filled the paperwork. Like there was a lot of I consent. And that's something what doesn't happen in Finland.
Yeah.
Like
Sign away my firstborn child.
yeah, and then I was getting to the treatment. I got the whole 9 yards, like blood work, the kind of they struck my throat and nose and height, weight, everything, which was really professional, really cool. But funny thing was, every time I need to consent on things. Do you consent that we take your weight?
Oh.
Do you consent that we measure your height? Can I draw,
Absolutely not. I am 6 foot on the dot, and no one will tell me otherwise.
can we draw blood from you? And I was like, I came here to fix my problem. Do whatever you want for me, because that's why I'm here.
You guys know best. What do you need from me?
So I was signing those freaking dotted lines in every corner. That was so.
Just know that like all of those are because someone along the way, but like I didn't consent to having a drawn.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Because those people were trying to help me, and they were super nice. I got good treatment. I had a slight bacterial infection in my throat. Nothing contagious. Nothing, because the air is so dry. So when you don't have muscus and the germs went through. I got something because photos are filthy. They gave me the antibiotics, painkillers. I was good to go next time. Really good service. I don't know how it goes for average person without the magic card, but the amount of paperwork and bureaucracy and craziness was like, I was like,
yeah, you're sitting there feeling like shit, just like,
yeah,
okay, whatever you find.
yeah.
In Canada, it's like you give them your card and like you sign all the paper and like it's okay, you're good. And then they slide a gun across the table. And they're like, do it, pussy. Do it. Like,
I have a solution for you. Oh, you're feeling a little sad today?
Yeah.
I got a broken leg. Do it. Fucking do it.
But it was an interesting experience, but I'm really happy about the service I got. I got back in the game. I was good to go next day. I was really worried that if I have something contagious or like fatal or whatever, but pretty good. I got back to the show, and it's been smooth sailing.
That's awesome.
It's a great experience. Now I know how.
You
how it is.
won't be terrified of it.
Yeah.
Well, you heard it here first, people. Yari was patient zero for the SHOT Show 6
Yeah.
in 2024.
Yeah, you can blame me. World ends.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't all the drinking and all the, everyone running their system down eating junk food.
Yeah.
It's Yari.
Yeah.
You see anything cool here this year?
Anything change the game?
No, I'm over that. I think on a textile and a gear side, it's really hard to come up something which blows your mind. There were several cool materials, like the laminates are getting lighter, stronger, easier to cut and kind of weld and do that. That's behind the scenes, but like a normal person wouldn't appreciate. It's like nerdy stuff.
Yeah, like, oh, this is lighter now. I don't care why.
Yeah. Then there was kind of a some of the mounts. The mounts game has been crazy. Like all those risers and height risers.
You need a 4-inch riser.
Yeah. But there was one company who had the really cool kind of or actually two, that when you have that riser mount, they had the one had the M-lock attachments there, and one had the proprietary kind of that.
TSR was talking.
Yes, that you can kind of mount the laser in like close where your red dot is, and you get the weight on the center of the gun, and you have a free real estate for your grip. That was kind of a simplistic, good kind of design, and nothing too crazy like freaking bronx everywhere. And I think that might have a merit. What else? I think I have mostly checked the clothing and gear. I think some of the gear companies had kind of took a step back, and how can we make it even more simplistic manner? That has been a good trend, because in one stage you had the full modularity and buckles everywhere, and like
pockets and everything.
But I think everything is already like invented. We just need to find the kind of the right balance of the features and usability. For me and most of my colleagues, is the most interesting part is the supplier showcase before the actual SHOT Show, where you have the materials and manufacturers. So we spent most of the time there. But I probably this afternoon and tomorrow I will spend time in Mordor downstairs.
Downstairs is like it's like an American gun.
It really is. We were like, all right, well, let's see if there's any underdogs down there. Anyone like hung out with new stuff, and
it's like you want to buy brass knuckles with a knife.
So that will be funny. I think a lot of the thermal and multispectral thing, there's a lot of development. I think everybody is going batshit crazy about the Holosun putting those things out.
I think they're a gimmick. I'm just going to come out and say it.
I think in current state they're a gimmick, but what I appreciate that they are pushing the envelope, doing even the gimmicky things, because at the end, I can see the application that you have a multispectral thing that you just switch it what you need to use.
I think when it gets better, if it gets better, another company does it. It's clearly this year pushed. Like the effective range is nothing. Last year, the effective range was 70 meters on a human torso on a rifle off. The pistol one's even wins.
And both years we've talked about it on this show, because it's a great engagement gimmick that will be ready at some point.
But I think that's what the more companies should do. That if they have a vision to put it out on a table to be kind of pressure tested by the audience, is this something what we want? Is it feasible? Pumps the hole on it. Because I think in the optics world with the current technology, like multispectral things, and also like that I don't recall what it. I think it was last year that you can switch the reticle based on your zeros, based on the load and ammo and everything. Like all these capabilities, there's a technology for that. I think it would be a game changer to have it that in a normal, like a scope or red dot size package.
Yeah.
Like it would be a good deal and improve the capabilities.
Yeah.
But I think it will take a year or two, and I hope more companies would come out, even like freaking prototypes.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you think?
Yeah. No, this is my first year of SHOT, so I've been like every time I go and handle something that's kind of one of the SHOT show icons of this year, everyone's like, it's a prototype. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
understood. And it's like, so we're teasing things like, I mean, what's the Magpul suitcase gun?
Oh, the FMG9.
Yeah, that's been teased since 2008.
Yeah.
It's like,
Zev has it now, and I got to figure fucking little clever design how they redesigned it.
it's just funny, like how you say, like they push out these prototypes, engage the audience interest, and then it's like sometimes it's just dead in the water, and sometimes it's like in decades of development and hell. And you know, I totally get that's how it is, but it's interesting to see people taking the risk of like, hey, we could do this, and then like a decade later, it's like, guys, are we doing this or not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it though. It's
Oh,
I know it got me.
No, I was saying this yesterday. I was like, of any gun in existence, a little suitcase like PCC is Nathan's gun right there.
Yeah.
No, I love it.
That's
Like,
you to a T.
2008, you know, Modern Warfare 2 on each hand.
Akimbo.
I talked to the project manager behind that yesterday, and
Oh, really?
yeah, we had a good conversation. I actually wanted to bring him on to talk about Zev in general.
Yeah.
You know what's happening with them that I can't really talk about here. But I found it really cool.
Yeah.
And like the inside of that, it works like an OZ9. It's like a Glock based FCU, but it's not a Glock. It's interesting. It's kind of like we won't get into that now.
But lots of not a Glock at Shot Show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patent's expiring.
Hey, how are we doing on time? Oh shit! All right. We're about
Oh
to-
shit! Yes.
That's perfect time. It's
Yes. Well,
58.
okay. Well.
Yeah.
You want to wrap it up for me?
Do you want to wrap it up for me, Wilbo? Oh yeah. Well, anything you want to share with the audience before we get off here, Jari?
Last time I froze with data device.
Oh.
So
What?
So
Our co-host Jari.
yeah. So I kind of figured out that eat your vegetables, work out, and don't be afraid to fail.
Yeah. I like that.
Absolutely.
I like that. And
I go.
all the crap that I've eaten, I'm getting down again. I feel it. I feel it.
All right,
Yeah.
guys. I may be looking for an.
I'm craving rye bread, Finnish hard rye bread, which challenged my teeth. The bread here is like weak.
It's like sugar bread.
Yeah. So I crave rye bread. I crave fresh fish. I crave freaking porridge, like meat without steroids. Like, yeah.
I'm sure coming
Real
to
food.
the US, your body's just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
It's funny, like, I probably gained weight now, but we discussed with Paige, and when she was in Finland, she ate normally,
Yeah.
but she lost weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
American food. Like I got here 10 times.
Okay.
Yeah, completely.
Like
Yeah.
the same or worse.
Yeah.
Like,
So,
less.
so if you find a vegetable,
Yeah.
jump it, eat it, because it's a scare commodity in Las Vegas.
Oh
Absolutely.
my god.
Oh yeah.
I say I just had broccoli. Just
Yeah.
the broccoli.
That's broccoli.
It's like wet cardboard. I doubt it's real. I think it may have been like
It had the appearance of broccoli, but it was most certainly not. So I'm probably spray painted it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank
man.
you.
Great
Thank
to
you,
meet you.
Jari. As always, you're always welcome.
Thank you.
We'll see you in the next bit.
Back to Shot Show.
Would you like to get a couple more close
close-ups of it and take a better look. So essentially what we're doing is I take ballistics calculation and I back project it from a first plane optic on top of an LPVO. So what you're seeing here on the phone, everything in white is what I'm actually projecting onto the optic, and we get live temperature data, pressure data, humidity. I get a rangefinder from our LRF, which you get 15 kilometers, and then the wind speed I can get with a live Kestrel integration that I don't have here at the show, but all of that produces a ballistics on the fly. It's way more impressive looking down the optic if you want to take a look, I promise.
I don't know if you'll be able to get that in focus, but let's see if you can get that.
You're looking for is I'll tell you what, while it's there, I'll update the wind and stuff so that you can see what that will change to, at least that way you don't have to move it. There it goes. And then I'll dial back the range so you can see the reticle come into focus now.
Got it.
Yeah, so that's not to see how that's all moving around.
Absolutely. This, you're good, and then there won't be a second gen of this? Like, the software will just roll with it? Or what's kind of the...
That's exactly the plan.
Pretty long lifetime on this kind of thing?
Yeah, any features that we get, we don't plan on doing any kind of software packages, no downloadable anything.
Yeah.
If we have new features, you'll get new features.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm here with Justin, marketing over at PSA, and we're going to be talking about kind of what they've been getting up to the last few years and some of the new products going on. So, the main thing I wanted to get into with you was kind of PSA's been kind of a champion of proliferating the AR over the last few years. Like, it has been doing numbers since, I guess, like 2019, 2020, all that kind of spook, and people like clamoring for affordable, decent quality ARs. How's that kind of been for the company's growth the last few years?
Yeah, it's been awesome. A lot of people, know parts of our story, but essentially PSA was founded for one reason, and that was to spread freedom as much as possible.
Yep.
So what that means is, when we started, we saw a hole in the market. There was a lot of $1,000 guns, $1,200 guns, but nobody was making a gun that the common man could really afford.
Yep.
So our whole goal when we started making ARs was to start from the the bottom and kind of build a good quality firearm. We make almost everything on our ARs in-house to cut costs, and then we sell direct to consumer to cut costs as well. So everything we make is 100% made in America, and we sell it at a lower profit margin so we can get it in as many hands as possible. Our whole goal is to get guns into common use, so it's harder for the guys in Washington to take them. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Like I say, that's been tremendous for growth. We've taken that growth, we've started running with it with AKs, with handguns, a lot of new clone builds we're working on. So, I mean, it really has been a great time. This year at SHOT Show, we're even giving more power to the people. We're actually doing a number of concept guns. So concept guns to us are stuff we know we can do, but what we're asking for is for the consumers to go and vote on what they want to see first. So we're all about giving the people what they want. I think we're one of the best companies around as far as listening to customers and actually getting them what they want to see, instead of going whatever direction we think might work. Like, we just listen directly to what they say and make the product, and it goes great.
Oh yeah, and I mean, it's visible just how busy you guys have been on social media and at the booth. Like, seeing everyone clamoring for the MP7, that's like, bell of the ball.
Yeah.
And I mean, the AR-10s, like seeing you guys go from proliferation to then, like you said, putting that money back into, I mean, the AR-10s with radiant charging handles, and like putting those nice touches.
Yeah.
Like, PSA going from proliferation to like really interesting clone builds and making like an AR-10 that's affordable for the everyman.
Right.
That's huge. And an AR-10 in 6.5, like doing really interesting stuff for the people. That's why I love PSA, and why I love seeing you guys grow and be successful and getting the love for it.
Yeah, like you say, you kind of touched on it. We really started as kind of a I wouldn't say budget, but I'd say a good value company. Now what we've moved into now is doing some higher end stuff, but even at the higher end stuff, you're getting a lot of features that you're not going to find anywhere else for the same price point, and it's something you couldn't even piece it together yourself at home for the same price we're able to offer it to the consumer for. So that's really what we're focused on, is having the best value in the industry.
Yeah, seeing what you guys are doing with, I mean, the 570 and the MP7, like, are those both concept guns?
No, so we're in production with our 5.7 rock pistol now. The X57, which you touched on, looks like something else.
Okay.
It's a concept phase right now, and it's blowing it out of the water in the voting. So it's going to be what we throw as many engineers as we can on.
Oh, absolutely. People have been clamoring for it for a while, and it's been the biggest gripe of the common man that we can't get our hands on things like that.
So we'll grab one in a minute and kind of go over some of the things.
Yep.
But yeah, so we'll show you some of the products in the booth, and then we can wrap it up.
Excellent. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
I want to know everything about this, and like you mentioned, you prototyped with SLS. Like,
yes, this is SLS. We started prototyping with FDM.
Yeah.
So this was originally prototyped on a Bamboo X Lab with PLA.
Oh,
and that's the.
Yeah, you can see the lines right here.
Well, this is SLS TPU 70A.
Never mind. I spoke out of turn.
Yeah, thankfully none of the FDM parts made it here. We were able to get them all SLS printed in time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's gorgeous. That's actually gorgeous. Is this a fireable prototype, or?
Yeah, you can fire this. We have not fired this. We fired the FDM one in the office, put about 80 rounds through it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so we're excited.
So you use a Bamboo XC1 in your office? Or X-Lab?
Yeah.
Man, I love them. I actually love them.
But they're good little machines.
So is this your project, your brainchild, or?
Yeah, well, so our CEO came in and said, hey guys, I have an idea. How fast can we do it? Can we do this by SHOT Show? It's like, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
It would work.
That's amazing. I think genuinely, and I was talking about this earlier, the FCUs, like the serialized part that just drops into a chassis, that's the way of the future.
Yeah. Well, so that's not what this is. We do have a switch that is that way.
Okay, never mind.
But yeah, this is based on the ROC platform. So
Yeah.
this takes the ROC fire control unit.
Yeah.
It takes the full-size 23-round ROC mag with a
That's
17
awesome.
extension. And then this specific one has the ROC slide and a ROC barrel.
Yes.
In production, it will have a dedicated bolt and dedicated barrel.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Have you touched on the Radiant charging handle yet?
No.
That's something that, as a Radiant fanboy, I mean, I was mentioning on the AR-10s, but seeing that as part of this build is like, oh, hell yeah. That's
Absolutely,
just,
yeah.
That's just a regular AR-15 charging handle, right?
Yep. Yeah.
I love that. Hell yeah. With the Acro.
That is actually probably the coolest thing.
No, seriously, like, this, I mean, how far away are we from this being available to the people?
The goal is 12 to 18 months.
Yeah.
We'll see. There's still a good bit of engineering that still has to be done.
Yeah.
So to get it here for SHOT Show, this has got a ROC slide and ROC barrel in it.
Yep.
We're, going to do something different for the internals, dedicated bolt, dedicated barrel.
Yeah.
So there's still a good bit of work to be done.
So is this kind of, have you got firing models yet, or?
Yeah, we have an FDM printed model in the office that we shot about 80 rounds through.
Oh, nice. Hell, that's probably doing a whole lot for you guys in terms of prototyping and making this stuff, like, get to market a hell of a lot quicker. Yeah. Has this kind of been how long have you guys been working on this behind the scenes?
So we've started this 5.5 weeks ago, something like that.
Holy shit. Really?
Yeah.
Holy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so it was very, very, very rapid.
Wow, that's incredible.
So that's why there's still so much that's up in the air. Like right now, this is a short recoil lever delay.
Yeah.
We're not married to that. We may want to do a fixed barrel if we want to hit weight requirements and suppressor requirements.
Yeah.
That's definitely something we still need to look at.
Gotcha.
No. So this is actually lever delay, similar to how the FN57 works. Yeah. Yeah. But I can't pull this apart because it's a pain in the ass. But otherwise, I would show you.
No, on top of that, oh yeah.
Spicy 22.
Yeah, was there kind of a delay? Like, I don't know how long this has been a concept for you guys, but has the brace thing been like an influence on where this was in terms of like being viable or just off the table forever?
Yeah, so if the brace thing had never gone away, we probably would not have done it. But
Yeah.
it did, and we're like, okay, PCCs are back on the table.
Yeah.
you know.
There was never an idea to just like no stock and just have it as a handgun?
Yeah, no, it was so new that the brace thing was gone before we started working.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Yeah. I was gonna say it would.
4 or 5 week turnaround is very impressive engineering.
Yeah. Well, I mean, luckily we had a fully functioning system that we knew we wanted to base this off of, and so we were able to leverage a lot of existing hardware, a lot of parts. Didn't have to prototype much other than the upper, the lower, the adapter, and the handle, as well as the brace.
Are you as an individual fan of FOSCAD by any chance?
Yeah, that's how I got my job here.
Yeah. Very
Okay.
nice.
Just seeing.
Yeah.
I had a few.
We know some of the same people. We've talked about this.
Lovely. Anything else we can touch on this before we head over to some of the other ones?
You got any specific questions on that? Price point's back going to be about $999 with
Really?
the Magpul Inbus Pros and the Radian.
Very nice.
That's the goal.
That's what I've been loving seeing, like 1400 for an AR-10, like in 6.5 with a Radiant charging handle and all the accoutrements, like hell yeah.
You guys are doing God's work.
Yeah, genuinely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right.
Oh, appreciate it, man.
No problem, dude.
Awesome. Thank you, man. I think, and this is just me, that FCUs are the future of pistols. I really do. Like, I hate giving SIG credit. I really hate giving SIG credit. I do really think that, like, the idea of the serialized fire control. Oh, sorry. Bricks a Glock instantly. If I can brick a Dagger, then I mean I brick a lot of shit, so maybe that is a me problem. I do love what you're doing with these. I really love the FCUs. I love the fact that you might be able to drop these into, say, a PCC or a chassis or something like that. Change the grip sizes, change the grip modules, anything. I'm not going to talk trash in any other company here. I'm not about that, but I do really like how this is like the other gun X macro with the comp, but not $1,000.
Right.
Yeah, I like that a lot. It keeps the Glock ecosystem, which I really prefer.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of aftermarket support already.
Yeah.
No, this is a lot of Saber stuff. So this is all more or less stuff that's gonna come out, like our Saber Daggers.
Saber Daggers.
Admiral.
Yeah. So these are the higher end line.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just a premium version. It's got the Zafiri precision barrel slide and our upgraded aluminum flat triggers.
Oh, that feels nice actually.
How's it been working with like other companies like Radian and Zafiri? Like, are they? I mean, PSA, you're kind of the Big Ten in terms of like proliferating. Are these guys like super big for that?
I hadn't interacted with him too much. That's mostly a Cameron question. He's the one that collaborates with you guys.
No, it's awesome. I mean, it's great partnering with different people in the industry, and they're always happy to help us out.
Yeah.
And
this is a really good industry. This is a really good industry, at least from our perspective so far. Like, we've seen a lot of good people, and there hasn't been a lot of cutthroatery.
yeah, we love our industry partners, and we're always trying to grow those relationships because in the end, we're all in this together. I mean, that's the big part of it.
That's right.
Yeah, so we always try to look for new partners and stuff too.
Yeah.
You guys, are there any other kind of families of firearms you're looking to kind of get into the Dagger-esque family, or is it going to be mostly this ecosystem?
Yeah, so we've got some big bore and a 22 that we're working on. Max, he's the lead on this one, the guy that you talked to yesterday.
Yeah.
You can scan this and go vote on which concept guns you want to see.
Oh, nice.
Do anything, not everything. So these are
the principal.
Yeah, so we got a 22, we got a 45 full size, and a 10mm compact carry size.
Nice. Oh, yeah. This is the 22. Oh.
As well as a full size dagger, a Dagger L. That's awesome. Full size dagger for size.
I'm a big fan of the Saber Daggers.
Yeah.
Very aggressive grips.
Yeah, I'm as a Brit, I'm like looking at the bullpup, like, oh, we got a SA80 at home, which, you know, what else?
Similar. So the the Jackal is more like it's a long stroke rather than a short stroke. I think the SA80 was a short stroke.
Yeah.
But yeah, same idea. Hey man, super good to meet y'all.
Yeah. Really appreciate you walking us through stuff.
Seriously, it's awesome. I love this. This is my particular form of honor. I'm very glad to.
Let me get a card for you.
It is also like immensely flattering that you.
Yeah.
No, we love hearing people all over the industry like making things happen, like making this happen while listening to Art and War is crazy.
Yeah. Let me go get you some cards.
Thank you.
No problem.
Doing God's work.
Yes, sir.
If there's anything we can ever do.
Yeah,
for sure, dude.
Absolutely.
That's like our quick and dirty winner.
Someone's trying to strangle this thing. There we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, On War has been talking about Krinks a fuck ton. We want something short and dirty, and fuck the ATF. We still have braces, and that gets out the shop, and no. Yeah, yeah.
It's not legal advice.
It is not. Get out into the real world. But no, look at this thing. I mean, the furniture's gorgeous, but I'm probably gonna do something nasty like that. Something practical with a little bit of wood furniture. But I mean, just like it isn't all that practical. But who doesn't want a Krink? Like, this is the vibe. This is the vibe we've all wanted since seeing Red Dawn.
Come on, Wolverines, right?
Modern warfare.
Yep. I'm not an AK guy, could you tell? I'm a wannabe AK guy. Right.
You'll get one.
Oh, I will. Oh, it's in 5.56. I did not know that. Huh.
More practical, I think, for here.
Probably. Oh no, I guess I misspeak. We got 7.62, 5.56, Finnish blackout, and 5.45.
So, I know I look
So what is your racing, gents?
the stuff, I never thought to sell this. And now we're selling on the website.
And we gotta grab this thing. I'm honestly, I'm not like crazy about getting one of these, but you know, you gotta appreciate Proliferate and the ability to own stuff like this as a range toy, because God only knows, all of you World War II autists will beat the shit out of this running around your mum's basement. We got this thing. 5.56.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. She got some weight.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I mean, you can hear it, feel it.
Like,
Gib. Literally, you can't get
Tag in.
Anyway.
Autism activated.
Show it to camera.
That's interesting.
I know. I've never handled an SUV before.
Yeah, neither have I.
Oh. And they have a lot of extra stuff.
Alright, ladies and gents. You know I've been talking about SAAs for a long time, even though I fucking hate the system, but I want one. It's confusing. But, I mean, we got a Jackal here in a bullpup configuration. I think just 5.56 this one, 14.5. The SAAT we have at home, but probably kicks the living shit out of even the A3. I'll just flatly say and presume that. But yeah, we got over here, Phil. We got some weird stuff going on with the controls. We got bolt release right there, which for all the Americans, they're gonna fucking hate it. Coming back here for your bolt release. Yeah, like this.
Is it a regular
We got ambi mags, mag release right there. Again, everyone's gonna freak out about these reloads. But hell, if you want to LARP as a sad, rainy Brit, probably your best option on the market at the minute.
When is the CG available?